support to be given for everything in the page block, then we make mode equal to inline edit on the page block. I don't want for entire page, entire block to be inline edit. I want for only few components. Then what I do, I will go to the particular area or the element for which I want to give inline edit support, and I put that element in the inline edit support. These are the two things what we have seen. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now we will see how to display list of records. Now we get into the next story. Till now, whatever we are doing is we are referring to a particular record. We are trying to show it in the input mode, or we are trying to show it in the edit mode or display mode. Now, if you have a group of records in the object, how do you fetch those group of records? How do you display it? Now, in the account, I have 1000 records. Now, how do you fetch those records and display it? Remember, we are not writing any Apex program yet. We are trying to fetch the data using the standard procedure. When you are trying to fetch the data using standard procedure, you don't have a choice of fetching whatever you want. If you want to fetch a data whose city is Hyderabad, then we need to go to Apex class, write a SQL query. You need to get a particular data, go to Apex class, write a SQL query. Still, we have not yet done the SQL queries and Apex classes. We are only trying to use standard procedures of getting the data. So here, whatever that is already available, we will try to fetch it. We don't have much choice to create our own conditions. Remember that point. Okay. Now, look at the point. I have a object called account. When I have a object called account, on the account, you have a filter view. Look at this view. All accounts, we're getting the list of records. My accounts, recently viewed records. What was that? Based on the filter what I selected here, you are getting a group of records, right? Right? What are these options called? List view options. What we call them as list view option. Those options are called list view options. Those options are called list view option. From this list view option, whatever the option I have selected, it is called filter ID. Okay. On every object, we have list view options. Now go to contact. When you go to contact, we are getting a list of options. Opportunity, list of options. Okay, contracts, list of options. So on every object, by default, we have list view options. On every object, by default, we have list view options. Out of those list view options, whatever the option we have selected, that option is called filter ID. Based on the filter ID, we are getting a group of records. Those records will be stored in a variable called record set var. Are you getting my point? Every object has group of option which will display a list of records. Those options are called list view options. Out of those options, whatever the option I have selected, that option is called filter ID. When I select a option, we get a group of records. Those records are referred as record set var. Is that was clear for everyone? Okay. Now, these options are with respect to one object. In this particular object, these are the option. In this option, I have selected this. Every object will have option, but their own options. Every object will not have the same option. Every object will have their own options. Are you getting my point here? Right. So what I was doing, Here I am giving standard controller. I was giving standard controller equal to account. Then I am taking record set where. The base was in that account object, there are list view options. Out of that list view options, whatever you have selected, that is called a filter ID. Okay, based on the filter ID, you get a group of records. Those records are referred by a variable called item. So that group of records are referred as what? Item. That is what? Record set variable. Set of records referred with a variable called items. Set of records referred with a variable called items. Is that was clear for everyone? Followed over? Is that was clear? Every object will have its own options. Okay. Now. So let us create this. What was this list view? List view option. On every S object, we have list of options to display. We have list view option. List view option. What are these list view options? List view option. This list view option will return you group of records based on the filter applied. The list view options will run you group of records based on the filter applied on the option. So when you say option here, you are able to say it's an option. But how are you getting this? Internally there are filter condition. Internally there is a filter condition. Internally there is a filter condition. Let me give you. If I say activated contacts. Status category equal to activated. Internally there is a filter condition. So this list view options will return you group of records based on the filter applied on the option. Okay, or else I can make it. Option, what we have selected, what you selected from the list view, okay, based on the filter ID, based on the filter ID, we get group of records, which are referred using a record set where right, boss? I hope you are good with this. On every S object, we have list view options, right? Option which we have selected from the list view option is called filter ID. Based on the filter ID, we get a group of records which are referred using record set where in the VF page. So, Apex page. S object name. This is how we define. Right, boss? Okay. Now, fourth point. The list of records which are fetched from list based on the filter ID are displayed in the VF page using page block table, Apex data table, Apex data list, Apex. So, if you want to display a list of record, how will you display? By using a page block table, data table, data list, repeat. Till now, whatever we have seen, all of them are what? Till now, whatever we have seen, all of them are what? All of them are single record. Particular record we are opening. Okay, in the edit form. Particular record we are opening in the detail form. But the question here now is, how do you display a group of records? By using page block table, data list, repeat. Second point, how will you get a group of records? You are not writing any SQL queries. You are not going for any Apex program. How will you get a group of record? Based on the list view option, we have selected one of the option. Then we are going to get a group of record. Those group of records I was trying to display. Why I was going with the standard functionality? As I have not yet started Apex program with SQL query, I am going with this way of fetching the data. I hope you are good. Right, Amma? Okay. Now, let us go to the first option. What we have? The first option what we have is page block table. The first option what we have is page block table. Listen carefully, Amma. We are going to use it frequently. Page block table. What is the purpose of this page block table and how we are going to use it? Right. How we are going to use it? Listen carefully. First, standard controller equal to account. Record set where you can take any variable name. I have taken items. Apex page block title list of accounts. Now, page block table is a child of page block. Page block table is a child of page block. Page block table is a child of page block. So we had page block table, value equal to page block table, value equal items. What is that value? List of records what you want to display. List of records what you want to display is given as page block table, value equal to list of record. Where are our list of records? The list of records what we are getting, they are referred as items. Am I right? From account object, whatever the group of records we are getting, those group of records are referred with the name called items. So value equal to items. So whatever the variable name you gave here, same variable we are giving. Then I had var equal to a. What is that var equal to a? It's just like a for loop. Now we have a group of records here. This is what I got. Now, these records are referred as what? Items. All these records are referred as items. From the account, whatever the list of records what we got, they are referred as items. Now I told page block table value. These are the group of records which I want to display. Var is a variable. Var is a variable which is referring to one by one record in the list. When you have a group of records, A is the variable which will be referring for each record. For each record, for A, first record, second record, third record, fourth record. In the group of records, A will refer to one by one record. Now items is a group of records. Here what I am doing? Apex column value equal to A dot apex column value equal to A dot value equal to A dot value equal to A dot. So what was that? A means what? First account value equal to this. So when you say this, A dot name Wipro, phone 040123, A dot rating heart, all of them are completed. Then move the A to the A dot name, A dot phone, A dot rating. Move the A to the next location. A dot name, A dot phone, A dot rating. Are you getting my point? So we have a list of records. A is the variable which will refer to one by one record in the list. A will start with the first record, perform the entire operation, what you defined, the page block table, go to the next record, next record, next record, like this, it moves on till the last record. Am I clear with this? Everyone has followed? Now what is that value? Value is list of records, what you want to display. What is that var? It's a variable referring to one by one record. Var equal to A is a variable referring to one by one record. I hope you are good. People are good with this example. Clear for everyone? Okay. Then let us see what will happen now. Preview. Now look at this. As per the filter account, what was the filter selected here? Last week. I modified to recent week. So based on this, you are getting 3 records. So go to page. Now I am going to the account and modifying because I don't have any other choice. Okay. Down the line, when you go to Apex program, we will not go to account. Straight away write a query what we need. Now what are you getting here? Account name, industry, rating, wow. We are getting the records. How are we getting the records? In the same look and feel of Salesforce. How the Salesforce is displaying, in the same way we are getting the data, right? Okay. And the data was selected column wise or row wise. Look at this. Now entire row is getting selected. If I select any one, entire row is getting selected. If I select any one value, entire row is getting selected, right? So it was called row wise display. Page block table is used to display group of records. Up to how many records it can display? 1000 records it can display. More than 1000 records if you want to display, what is the choice we have? The choice what we have is read only equal to. When you say read only equal to true, it can display up to 10,000 records. If I want to display more than 10,000 records, what will you do? This is generally asked in the interview. Now, I want to display 50,000 records in the VF page. How will you display? Page block table will display only 1000. You want to make it read only equal to true, it will display 10,000. But I have a requirement to display 50,000 records. How will you use it? Then there is a choice called remote action, or the method, the class in which we are writing a SQL query, we have to give at the rate of read only. What is the concept? At the rate of read only. Or else you can use a remote action. What is the functionality? Remote action. So here we have. If you want to display more than 50,000, can display 1000 records. If you want to display 10,000 records, we can put no models. Right. This is one solution. The other solution we can use. You can make it simple by using Ajax tool. This is very frequently asked question, boss, because there is a limitation. But best choice out of all this, don't display more than 50,000 in a single page. Okay. Now we generally go for pagination concept. Now you search for a data in the Google. You search for the data in the Google. Now it is getting millions of record. Okay. Now will you display all the millions of record in a single page? You will give all the records in a single page. Load time will be more. It takes more time for loading. Now let us say they found how many 11 crore results they found. If they show all the 11 crore records in a single page, now how much time it takes to load? Now there is not a good practice to display this many records. Even 1000 is very high number of records to display. It is not a good practice. It will kill your performance. It will kill the performance of the page. If you are trying to display 1000 records at a time, kill the performance of the page. Then what is the best concept we have? Pagination. What is that pagination? Now you got a Gmail, Amma. When you got a Gmail, all the mails what you got, 30,000 mails will be displayed on a single page? No. They say 1 to 50 mails in the first page. Next. Why? Because when say 1 to 50, it is only fetching 50 records at a time and display. It takes lesser time. For you also you can see one by one record. Next set of record. Next set of record. So load time will be less and cache of the page will be useless. When somebody is trying to display the data should be in the cache of the page. Right? So what is the best choice we have? Pagination. But no, your manager is very strict. No, everything should be displayed on the same page. Then the choices I have given you. These are the choices. But remember, this is 100% will be asked in the interview. Okay. Because it is a star rated question in the Google. Right. So you 100% will be asked in the interview. Right. Okay, Amma. Now, what was this page block? Now let's come back to the points here. This is a child component of this is used display list of records in the VF. It will display the records row wise. The next, this will display the records in the standard then we have it can display up to 1000 records. Now what are the attributes we have? Attributes. I will define the attributes. Meanwhile, people are good with this example, right? Now take a contact object and display the data. Now all of you take a contact object. All of you take a contact object and display the data. All of you take a contact object and display the data. Now take a contact object and display. Take a contact object and display. What is the first one you have to do? Standard controller. Take a standard controller. Now we can make a required. You cannot, when you go to make any field is required, we need to apply the CSS for it and get the look and feel. The property can be made required. The property can be made required by using an attribute. See here, when you are taking an input field, it strictly obeys properties of the field. You don't have a choice to apply them. Input field is to refer to the field. No, I don't want to refer to the properties of the field. Then we have a concept called input text. That we see it. Once we complete all the standard functionalities, I will come to creation of custom functionality. There we have a concept called input field, input text, output text. There we will control whatever the way we want. Okay, Nama? People are comfortable with this? People are comfortable with this? Right. Let us get into the next mode. People are good with this, Sama? Right. Now, here we have taken this page block table, column, we have taken this. Now, the point is, every account will have a group of child records. Account, contact. Account is a parent, contact is a child. Account is a parent, contact is a child. Now, look at the format we have. Now, first I need to go to any one of the account. Okay. I'll go with the case. Okay. Account case. Standard controller. Now I was not taking the record set flag. Value equal to account dot The account which I am referring, that account cases. Try to understand this. Now you gave account dot case. Now which account cases? Table of account, table of cases. I cannot give it directly like this. For a particular account, what are the child cases? Account is a customer. This customer has raised which cases? Now I cannot give overall table. When I say account dot cases, which account cases? The URL I give ID. Whichever the record ID I have given, for that record, whatever the cases are there, those cases I fetch. Are you getting my point here? Are you getting my point? What is the relation between account and case? Account is a parent, case is a child. One account may have zero or more number of cases. Now, if I give ID equal to account ID, what does it mean? For this account, what are the cases are there? Who created the relation? Who created the relation? Salesforce or user? Salesforce created the user. Okay. If Salesforce created, okay, then A dot, what is the object, child object? Yes. Account dot. Now, tell me how you get account, we have opportunity. Now, how you define it now? Account dot opportunities. For that account, what are the list of opportunities? If I give account, we give account dot. For that account, what are the list of contacts we have? I hope you got my point. When both the relations are, when two objects are connected by Salesforce and they are created by the Salesforce, relation is created between two objects by the Salesforce, then parent object dot child objects, contact, contacts, opportunity, opportunities, case, cases. I hope you are good. Okay. At the same time, I will also give one more. People have followed this point, right? So if you give a particular parent record, I want to get the corresponding child records. Similarly, we have some custom objects. Student, now, who is trying to create this relation? Who is trying to create this relation? Is it Salesforce defined? No. User defined. If two objects are connected and it is created by user, if two objects are connected and it is created by the user, then how do you refer? In the above one, account and cases connected by lookup relation given by the Salesforce. Now, here I have lookup relation. Student object. I'm just creating some couple of fields here. Right. Now, go to student. We have a particular record. Payments I am creating. Now, student and payment. Who created the relation? Who created the relation? It is not Salesforce. Account and contact Salesforce created. So account dot contacts. But the student and payment, it is not created by the Salesforce. Then if it is the case, how will you refer to the data? So here I was giving student. Value equal to particular student underscore payments value equal to a dot Now, what is the relation I give? Previously say child, parent object dot child objects, plural form, contacts, opportunities, cases. Now it is payments underscore R. It is a custom relation. Child object is payment, payments. It is not a standard relation. It is a custom relation. We have to give underscore R. It is not standard relation. It is a custom relation. So we have to give underscore R. It is not a standard relation. It is a custom relation. We are supposed to give underscore R. Are you getting my point? Okay. Let me give you. I have to give student ID. Got it? Right? So what I'm doing? If I give particular record, I can display the corresponding child records. If I give particular record, if you give me the ID of the parent record, I can display the corresponding child records. No need to write a SQL query also. When two objects are connected by lookup or a master detail, if you know the ID of the parent record, we can fetch the corresponding child records and display. Have you got the point? Now, if it is a standard relation, parent object dot child object plus S. If it is a custom relation, parent object dot child object plus S underscore R. Right, ma? If both of them are connected by Salesforce defined relation, that is going to be child object name plus. If it is a custom relation, child object name plus S underscore R. I hope you are good with this. People are good with this? Right. Clear, ma? Now the question is, look at the point. Account object, contact object. Account object. Now we have case object. Account object, I have loan object. Account object, customer object, Now, tell me type of relation. What is the type of relation? Type of relation. Account and contact. Then how do you refer it? Account dot. Account and case. Account and loan. Now, relation between custom object and standard object. Obviously, it is going to be custom. Then how we are going to call account dot loans underscore underscore. Account and payment. So the important is customer and account is a custom relation. How do you refer? If the relation is custom, child object underscore underscore R. I am not interested whether it's a custom object or standard object. What I am interested, whether relation is standard relation or custom relation. I am not interested whether it is a standard object or a custom object. Where I am interested is, if it is a standard relation, this is the format. Custom relation, this is the format. Customer and I hope you are good with this. So why are you doing all these things? Because we are not writing any SQL queries trying to fetch the data by using standard properties only. As we are not writing first let us see what all the things we can achieve with standard. Then we know what are the drawbacks. Then the drawbacks will rectify with custom functionalities. Right? I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Everyone is clear? Right. So basically, this is how we are getting the data. Now, value we have got, and we got this value. Here also, now let us go to the next one. Here we also have the next one. Now, number of columns. I told number of columns equal to 3. Go back and display. Now look at this. The 3, the fourth one is removed from the section. 3, fourth one is displayed, but it's not displayed in the alignment. Okay. So next we had start, first one. First. I told from the group of records, from which record I have to display. I told I got 3 records from the second record. That means index 2. First 2 means index 2, not second. First one is index 2. Index 2. Right? Index 2 means from third record it is going to display it. Then how many records you want? First, from which position? Rows. How many rows you want? So we had first rows. How many rows you want? Then we have other properties where they don't show. We have other properties where they don't show any. Why? Because standard CSS are going to apply. So again, what else we can go with this? Now column width, if you want to specify. So I want to give 50, 100. Now, are these properties are getting applied here? Let us see. Are these properties are applying here? Are these properties are getting applied? Let me still compress it, show you. No impact, right? So these properties are suitable for the data table, data list, repeat, not for this particular element. Basically, it is obeying properties of standard CSS defined by the Salesforce. So if you want to obey standard CSS and get the data, then we go for page block table. If you want to obey exact standard CSS applied by Salesforce, if you want to obey standard CSS applied by Salesforce, then we go for page block table. So here we have a choice from which record you want to display, how many records you want to display. We have the choice. I hope you're good with this. Okay. So here what we have. Rows. Should be displayed. Right. Next, once you are done with this, I have issue with this. What was the issue? Now, when you say column value a dot name, what are you getting here? Account name, industry, rating. We are getting like this. Now, I don't want to have the same name. I want to create some custom name. Let us see. Listen to the point, Amma. Learn the point carefully. I want to define my own names. So how do you define your own names? Value equal to listen to the variation apex column value equal to apex column. If I write apex column value equal to a dot name, within the apex column I am giving a dot name. There is a difference, right? I am using an attribute called value and printing it. Second one, in the body I am printing it. What happened now? You are not getting the header. You are not getting the header. So if you want to define your own header, what we can do? Apex column header value equal to company name. Apex column header value equal to company name. What was that? If you want to define your own custom message on the header, if you want to define your own custom message on the header, we give apex column header value equal to the message, right? Now, it is a string, it's okay. What if I want to print a checkbox? Now, you're taking a string, it's okay. But if you go to any list of records here, we're getting a checkbox. Then how will you give that checkbox? I cannot give checkbox like this. I cannot give header value equal to checkbox. How will I give checkbox here? There's a question mark here. If I want to create a checkbox, I have to use input checkbox. I cannot give a checkbox here. Then what I do? Boss, if you want to print anything other than text message in the header, you want to print anything other than text message, then we give apex, apex facet. We give apex facet. Now the facet, I have name equal to. So whatever I write in the facet, that will be printed in the header. Whatever I want, or whatever I write in the facet, that is printed in the header. Let us take an example. Apex input. I told apex column facet header. So what is the facet? It is a header facet. You are able to see here. Now it is a string. Other than string you want, we need to go for facet. Other than string you want, you can go for facet. Next one I'm giving. It's only whatever I write in the facet, that is only printed in header. Please mute your mic. We'll discuss this command link and all this stuff. You're not done this. Now what is that? Facet footer. Now facet header, facet footer. Now what is printed in the body? Whatever you want to print in the body, you write after the facet. After the facet, whatever you write, that is printed in the body. Right? Whatever we write in the facet, that is printed in the header or in the footer. Now the body is same. Whatever you write after the facet, that will be printed in the body. Now why are you going for a facet? If you want to give your own custom header, we can go with header value. If you want to define your own, header value, we can go with header value equal to string. If the header is anything other than string, then I was supposed to go with the apex facet. Now other than string means what? Checkbox, link, button, image, checkbox, image, button, link, whatever you want. If you want to print anything other than text message, we go for facet. If you want to print anything other than text message, we go for facet. We go for what? Facet. Is that was clear for everyone? Right. Okay. I hope you are good with this. So we are giving a column with header and body. In the column header, by default, when you are referring to a field label will be displayed on the top. Now if you don't want that field label, you want to give your own name, then you can go with the header value. No, I don't want to go with a string message. I want to go with my own format of custom message. Then I can go with apex facet, where name equal to header, name equal to footer. Whatever I write in the facet, that will be printed in the header part of the. Is that was clear? Right? Now, let us take a quick example. I want the message to be output to be like this. Let us build one example. Wipro. It is a account name. What was that? Wipro is a account name. Account name should be printed. At the bottom we have contacts. Account name. At the bottom we have contacts. I want the output to be like this. This is how I give. But this is the data what we got. I want you to display this data. So here we have Wipro. What is that Wipro? Particular account. So I want particular account contacts to be displayed. I want a particular account record contacts to be displayed. With respect to the topics what we have done, we can do this. You can also put here need help. With respect to the topics what we have done, we can do this. Make an attempt of writing it, Amma. Right, let me start with the first part of the story. If it is a, tell me, now let us go with the next one. What is the first point we have to take? Standard control equal to, because we are trying to take account with the contact. Then I have to go with section. Now what is the data we want to give? Account dot right contacts. Then what we are supposed to do? Help. Form. Then we are going with apex page block. Then page block table. Now what we are supposed to do? A dot page block table account. For a particular account, what are the contacts we have? There are contacts we have taken. Then in the first column, you want checkbox. If you want a checkbox, what should I do? We have to go for facet. Apex facet name equal to I told input. Now this will create a checkbox on the header. But what I need? This create a checkbox on the header. But what exactly I need? I need checkbox in each column. I need checkbox in each column. So what happened? Whatever I write in the after the facet, that will print on body. If you write in the facet, that is for header. Whatever I write after the facet is for body. The next I am going with apex column value equal to a dot. What is a contact? From a group of contacts, one by one contact I am referring. Column value equal to we had the data links. So we had last name, first name, phone and email. People have followed this? Right, Ma? Now it's account contact. No, we are not taking from the account table list of record. One particular account we are taking. Then we have to give ID on the URL. So I was giving a record set where, because from that object I want to get a list of record. In this example, I am not getting the list of contacts from contact object. I am getting from account. Whichever the account ID I gave, from that account, get me the contacts. Previous example, from account, record set where, get the records. Contact, record set where, get the records. But here, whichever the account I have selected, that account contacts. Then how do I pass the account ID? Go to this. Let me see the account which has a group of contacts, right? Now this is the account, ID of the account. So what should I do now? Go to the preview. Now, for that account which I gave, what is the account? Grand Hotels and Resorts. Grand Hotels and Resorts. For that account, these are the contacts what we have. Are you getting? Record set where is used if you are trying to fetch the data directly from standard controller. From the standard controller, if you want to fetch a group of records, then we use record set where. But here I am not fetching the data from, I am not fetching the group of contacts from standard controller. Who is our standard controller here? Account. Our standard controller is account. But how many records you need? Only one account. If you need only one account, give the account ID on the URL. I hope you got my point, Amma. Is that was clear? Standard controller, if I give standard controller, from the account, if you want a group of accounts, from the standard controller, if you want a group of accounts, then I need to give record set where. I am not looking for a group of accounts. I am looking for only one particular account. Right? That account ID I am passing. Whose records I am looking? That account contacts. Whichever the account I gave, that particular account contact records I am looking at. Right, Amma? I hope you are good with this. People are good with this example. Am I clear? Am I clear with this example? Everyone has followed this? Facet is for printing custom messages on the header. Now, how are you getting this message? First thing, field name. Now, if you want to print a checkbox, how will you print? If it is a string message, I give header value. Now, there is not a string. Anything other than string you want to print, I have to go for facet. Okay? Right, Amma? People have followed this example? Anyone has any query on this? Let me know. If you are not followed, let me know. I can tell you what it is.
So the header here is
online one minute, Amma.
Sure.
You can apply your filter. No, see, now here record set where is there. You want to give your own condition, you can give it here. Create new, define your own condition. No, the current user is there. No. Now already you are logged in, right? Now this is coming after you logged in. So is the whichever you have selected there. See, in this list of filter, whatever the filter was selected lastly, based on the filter, data will come. Out of these filters, whichever the filter you have selected, then you are going and writing a page. Then whatever the filter that was selected lastly, that data is coming. Okay. Yes, I'm online. Go ahead. What is your question?
So here the header which we have inputted, it is giving the input checkbox for the list of records, which is it is generating.
Now,
right?
Look at the point. The facet is only header. Whatever you write in the facet is only header. Now look at this. I remove this facet. When I remove this facet, apex column input checkbox again. I remove the facet. Go and look at the output. Now I need to give the ID of the account.
Oh.
Okay. Now look at this. What are you getting? Input checkbox is coming for the body, not for the header. Now you want.
Oh, not for the.
Okay.
Okay.
You want for the header. You want some message to be given for header. Then we give facet. When you write a facet, when you give a facet, that is printed for the header.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Right, Amma? Facet is only for header. Body you have to define separately. Okay? Fine.
Okay. Thank you.